What is going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here in the Gamer Heaven. Today we are going to talk about UPS, not UPS, the postal service, uninterrupted power supply, and why it is the best investment you can make for your gaming setup. People build a $2,000 gaming PC and plug it into a $30 Walmart surge protector. You hate to see it. Alrighty guys, just a quick disclaimer, I did record the majority of this footage about 3 weeks ago prior to me doing my cable management and getting an external microphone that I use when I'm recording with my cell phone or my camcorder. So the audio quality and also the appearance of my setup isn't quite up to my current standards for my channel, but still good information. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alrighty guys, over here at the Stormtrooper desktop, yes, I know my cable management down there is an absolute mess. That is going to get sorted right now. I'm actually shooting a separate video simultaneously along with this one while I show you guys how to do cable management. So this is going to help us with that because this has 12 power outlets, so I can now do away with both of these power strips, both of these surge protector strips that I have here at the bottom, and replace them with just this one UPS, or uninterrupted power source. So this has 12 outlets as mentioned. 6 of them are just a traditional surge protector outlet. The other 6 are surge protection as well as uninterrupted power source. So this thing is constantly charging while it's plugged into power. Then you get a power outage or a rolling brownout where power doesn't go out completely, but it fluctuates a little bit and you get what's called dirty power. Now this is going to keep you on green power or clean power to where you're getting the exact voltage and wattage to the plugged in devices that you're supposed to be getting. So you're not going to get power spikes if you get your house or an area around your house, or God forbid your house itself struck by lightning, which is very common here in Florida. It's actually going to take that electrical spike and bring it down to a safe level so your PC doesn't get absolutely fried. Now, God forbid something actually does happen to your PC, your monitor, your PS5, whatever you have plugged into your UPS. CyberPower insures for up to $500,000 for plugged in devices. So you can replace your entire PC, your monitor, whatever you have plugged in. It's actually a very simple process. You just do a claim saying, hey, this was plugged in. There was a thunder strike or just a power outage, or something happened with my devices plugged in, and they will send you out a claim form, and you get your money to replace your equipment, which is pretty cool. CyberPower insures $500,000. APC, which is the other company I do recommend, they've been around for decades in the industrial sector, doing server racks, large offices, and stuff like that. I think they even had a contract with the military for a while back when Dell was providing devices to the military. So that's really cool. The APC's been around forever. CyberPower is a newer name on the market. However, they're pretty darn reliable. I've read a ton of reviews. I've seen no major complaints or issues with them, and they're slightly cheaper than APC and actually have a little bit prettier looking devices. So if you're putting them in a gaming setup or something like this where it is actually going to be exposed and seen, I think CyberPower is a solid option for you. But don't feel bad about going with APC. They are a reliable name brand that's been around forever. All right, so cutting into the box here so we can see what we have here. This model is the CP1500. It provides 900 watts or 1500 VA. That's perfect for me. I have a 600 watt power supply on my PC. The monitor probably draws about 20 to 30 watts, nothing too crazy there. The only things I'm really going to have plugged in are going to be my PC itself, which obviously runs all the extra accessories plugged into it, the keyboard, mouse, all that stuff. And the purpose of an UPS is primarily not to run your PC the whole time while your power's out, but to give you a chance to save your documents softly and soft shut down your PC so there's no damage to the hard drive or anything like that. And most importantly, it gives it protection from power spikes or power dips, as well as just dirty energy. So when power is coming in, it's fluctuating. This is going to smooth everything out and give your PC one solid wattage, which is what you want. It's going to increase the longevity of your power supply and all your PC components. You typically want to go about 25 to 30% more than the power output that you're going to be needing. Granted, I have a 600 watt power supply in here, but it only draws that when I'm at maximum load. So I'm, streaming, screen recording while gaming, or mixing down a video, exporting a video during some 4K video editing. However, when my PC's at idle like this, it's literally drawing about 150 to 200 watts just to keep everything up and running. So if I were to get a power outage, I would close all my applications, save any unsaved work, and then go ahead and soft shut down my PC. So breaking into the box here, I'm going to show you guys what we have in here. Now this thing is very heavy. This weighs 27 pounds. So whenever the UPS driver brought it up, he was, looked like he was struggling a little bit. And I was thinking, that's a tiny box. What is that? And I was like, oh, that's my ups I ordered. So yes, these things are very heavy because they have replaceable batteries in them. In fact, CyberPower and APC, you can actually do what's called a hot swap. So if you buy a additional battery unit, it's every 3 to 5 years. It's recommended you replace the battery on them. One of these ups will last you 3-4 decades, maybe even a lifetime. However, the batteries last between 3 to 5 years, and those are about $50-$60 for replacements, and it's honestly well worth it. You're protecting an investment, a $1,500 gaming PC or a $500 gaming console, or when you think about it, your television in your living room. A lot of those are smart TVs where if they take a power hit, operating system on there is going to get all screwed. They're not just like a traditional TV anymore. They have an operating system built on them. All right, so let's get this bad boy out of the box. All right, that's probably the best way to do that. Flip her on her ear. Get you on out of here, sweetheart. Ooh, that's a big girl. Yeah, this thing is not light, boys. Holy moly. It feels heavier than 27 pounds, I'll tell you that. I know I've lost a lot of strength here recently not working out, but my golly. I have a big thick gauge 3-prong wire here, as you see with the ground. I have a little fingerprint shield here on the front. And like I said, this is a very handsome device. Once it's illuminated, you're going to see it's going to have a really nice display on there. You have some instructions on the top here. And then on the back, as you see, you have your 6 power plugs that are surge protection. Then you also have your 6 power plugs that are surge protection with battery support. And then also you can actually keep your modem and your router so you keep internet even if power's off. So that's great if you need to save an online document to the OneDrive or the cloud, which is really cool. You can have your router and even your coax drop from the wall plugged into this as well, which is really, really cool. Another awesome feature of the high-end up, so APC and CyberPower, which again are the 2 brands that I do recommend, is they've been around the longest. CyberPower a little bit less, but they have a solid track record, reputation, and customer service system, which is great. So one of the coolest features about these high-end trusted ups is that they have a USB 3.0 connector here, which plugs to your PC. And this will actually run a software program to where this will try and do a soft shutdown itself, because you don't know if you're going to be in the house during a power outage. In fact, most of the time you're probably going to be at work or something. Hey, sweetie pie, you helping daddy with the video? That's my big girl. Yeah, sure, come on up. Yeah, get up there. No? Okay. Anyway, so that's awesome because granted you could do a manual shutdown, but if you're not in the house, this is going to do its best to save any open applications work. So it's going to try and, save the work in your Word document or PowerPoint, whatever, and then shut down your Windows PC, which is really cool. So we are going to set that up for sure. All right, my friends, going to go ahead and slide ourselves up underneath the desk here. And we have our ups here. So you have your power button right here. If you do press this down for 3 seconds, it will turn off the onboard battery, but you will still kind of get like a battery pass through from the wall to your devices plugged in. It won't completely shut my PC down. I've tested that. So mute here, if you hold this down for 3 seconds, it's going to give you an audible chime and then tell you that you are in silent mode. Now what this means is if there is a power outage, you're not going to get an audible beep out of this thing telling you that you are running on backup power. Now, if you press display, there's some things that we can scroll through here. We're at 2 out of 5 bars as far as load capacity. I have my PC doing some updates and stuff right now. It's not completely at idle, but I'm not doing any gaming or streaming or crypto mining or anything like that. And then we also do have a monitor and a modem, a couple other devices plugged in. The battery capacity is at 5 bars. It is fully charged. And it doesn't take a whole lot of extra energy to keep this thing charged because, unless it drops down below 90% or so, it won't even start sucking energy from the wall to charge the battery. It's just going to work kind of like a pass-through. Keep clean power to your devices. So we're outputting 121 volts right now. We're using 0.198 kilowatts, 205 VA, 1.5 amps. We're at 22% of our kilowatt output for this device and 13% of our VA output. And our battery's at 100%. Estimated runtime with the devices plugged in and the battery being at 100% is 41 minutes. That's longer than I'll ever need. I need about 3 minutes
3 to 5 minutes to get all my devices, all my work saved, and get everything shut down effectively. Overall, a really handsome looking device. I mean, it's just kind of tucked away here behind my subwoofer. It's not really, you know, the centerpiece of my setup or anything like that, but it is a good looking device, and it definitely does its job keeping my PC protected, which is great.
All right, I'm afraid friends, over here on the PC, gonna go ahead and share my screen here. So this is the application you need. It's called Power Panel Personal. You can download this on the CyberPower website. If you just search Google for CyberPower software, this is the first result that comes up. It's a pretty small file size, and it installs quite quickly. So you will need to plug into the back of your UPS via a USB cable. It is similar to what a USB microphone uses. Picture of that cable on screen here. And it does include one, so you're just going to plug into the back of your UPS or uninterrupted power source, and you're going to get some information here. So I am under slight load right now. I'm using 261 watts total from the UPS right now. That includes my PC, my monitor, my modem, and a couple other accessories that I have plugged into it. Now, when I'm not screen recording, like right now, I'm using Streamlabs OBS to screen record at 1080p 60 frames. And when I'm just chilling, when I'm just browsing the internet, or I'm just at idle on the desktop, I'm drawing 195 watts, and my estimated runtime is around 38 minutes. So keep that in mind. I am under slight load. Now, if I were to be doing some 4K video editing, or some gaming, streaming, or crypto mining, or something like that from my PC, which I do all those things, you're going to see this spike up to around 550 or so. Which is pretty much the maximum power consumption that my PC will get up to. But on the homepage here, it's going to give you some stats. You are on AC utility. Battery capacity is at 100 because it has been charging for quite some time. Estimated runtime, if we were to drop power right now, would be about 30 minutes. Like I said, it shows you your load, which is great. And then over here in summary, it shows you basically an event, a summary of events that might have occurred. So times you were under voltage, over voltage, boosted, bucked, whatever, any kind of time where you're getting, you know, a rolling brownout, a blackout, power spike, or anything like that, it's going to be logged right here. Now, this is a really cool tab here, energy reporting. So this is a really good way to monitor how much your PC and whatever you have plugged into the UPS, it could be, you know, a PlayStation 5 and a TV, or in my case, it's my PC and a monitor, how much that is adding to my electrical cost here, which is awesome. So if you're crypto mining or anything like that, which when I'm at work during the day, and then also at night while I'm sleeping, I have my gaming PC mining cryptocurrency through a program called NiceHash. And it's good to be able to monitor how much that electrical cost is, so I can subtract that from the estimated profits that are in NiceHash, so I know exactly how much I'm actually making from crypto mining, and if it's actually lucrative or not, or if my power costs are outweighing the actual payout. So by default, it tries to go off your zip code and wherever, you know, your power outlet's plugged into, and give you a cost per kilowatt hour. Now, I have Gulf Power here in Pensacola, and I'm pretty sure it's 0.11. I'm almost 110% sure that's what my cost per kilowatt hour is. So I'm going to select that there, leave all this stuff the same. That's my estimated CO2 emissions. Very cool. And you can measure it in pounds or kilograms. Now, over here in this little cog icon, this is some really cool stuff. So you can set a schedule here. So if you have this thing connected to, you know, a server rack or something like that, you can actually control when you want all of your devices plugged into the UPS to automatically shut down. It doesn't just cut power and, hard shut down your PC. What it's going to do via that USB cable, it's going to try and use the software inside of Windows to soft shut down your PC, i.e. open up a task manager and close out your programs and shut down your PC. But this is pretty cool that you can set up a schedule like that. I don't personally use this because I like manual control over when I shut down my PC, but this is just a really cool feature, in my opinion. In the runtime tab over here, this is if you are, off of wall power and you're on your UPS, how many minutes your computer should be running when it's running off of battery. So that's pretty cool. You can run a self-test right here to figure out if your UPS is running correctly. We'll do that in a little bit here. Now, this is for software sounds. You will still get the physical sounds out of the hardware. The actual physical UPS itself will beep pretty loudly if you're not muted. And then you check this box. Your PC speakers will also give you a little notification in Windows 10 that you something's going wrong with your ups. Now this is really cool. Like I was talking about power spikes or peaks, and then also dips where you're, you know, getting rolling brownouts where the power is lower than it should be. It's basically reading my wall outlet, and it senses that, you know, an average normal range for that to be in is 100 to 139 volts. Right now I'm at 120. Like I said, my PC's under a slight load, but if I get below 100 or above 139, my ups will step in and say, no, sister, not today. And it will start, you know, correcting that power from the wall, which is muy caliente, very, very hot. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for the video. If you did enjoy this and it was beneficial for you, consider liking the video. That helps it to get seen by more people so this information can benefit them as well. And subscribe so you're notified when I do more tutorials around the PC space, as well as gaming vlogs and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.